Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, we do have Alliance War Season 46 update, and this time it's actually a bit more meaningful update. And there are some significant changes to it. Before we get any further in the video and we follow with the breakdown, however, I do have to make a comment, I suppose, with somebody that a lot of people have been asking. Because in the previous year, Kabam actually delayed the start of Alliance War Season, so people had peace throughout the holidays. So people didn't have to think about the Alliance War during their New Year's party or something like that. This time around, though, no bueno. There will be no delay of Alliance War, and the off-season starts tomorrow, basically, and the season is in 2 weeks, December the 20th, so just before Christmas we're starting Alliance War Season 46. And, this is probably going to elicit some reactions from community. Now, on a personal level, I want to be completely and utterly honest and frank. Obviously, this is the way I make my living. To me, it doesn't really pose a major inconvenience. I will obviously be having Christmas with my family and stuff like that, but within the 2 days, I'll probably find time because I'll still be creating content throughout that time, most likely. I'm not planning on any major holiday. But a lot of people are, and just because it doesn't necessarily burden me as much as others doesn't mean that I shouldn't point it out. And I do think it was nice of Kabam to delay the season and kind of have this break for holidays so people don't feel as stressed and pushed to play the game when they should be with their families. But, it's a shame that they didn't do it this year, I suppose. Let's go on. So welcome forward to the Alliance War. There are some massive changes upcoming to the Alliance War at the end of the year. Finally excited to share what we have been cooking up behind the scenes. To start off, we have finally set some time aside to improve the player experience with Platinum and Gold tiers by adding additional tiers, so any match won or lost is impactful, but we also took a swing at improving rewards with the mode itself. Not only did season rewards get a massive tune-up, but also added in some new reward schemes per fight within Alliance War. Read on that later. Right, tier changes. And the essence of it, Platinum and Gold brackets have been extended. So Plat 1 is now spot number 21 to 50. Plat 2 is 50 to 100. Plat 3 is 100 to 300. Then we have 300 to 500, 500 to 700. Plat 6, 700 to 900. So that means more alliances will get better rewards, and this is actually quite huge for Alliance War, because again, this is one more of those things where it is super easy for me to get lost in all of the rest of the community's opinions and experience with Alliance War, because I have always played Tier 1 Alliance Wars at a Master's level. I don't really remember last time I finished in Plat 1, if ever. I think I did once, probably. Anyways, you guys get the point. And the truth is that obviously not everybody enjoys the Alliance War, but part of the reason not committing and not kind of pushing yourself in the direction of Alliance War often is just the simple fact that it's not really worth it. And if you're being brutally honest, it's not even really worth it for the top tiers, because the effort, the time, the concentration, the coordination that you have to put in order to perform in the top 20 level, it's a lot. And you are better off spending that time and mental energy in other game modes, more than likely, grinding your units and buying an offer or something like that, opposed to what you actually get from Alliance War in many cases. But, Alliance War has its charm, and hopefully, expanding these brackets, therefore by default improving the rewards on average that every player is going to receive because of it, it's going to have some significant impact in the community, and I genuinely do hope so, because I think Alliance War is the second best game mode in the game. Just saying. When we didn't have Battlegrounds, Alliance War was it, really. Okay, rewards update. And with the tier shakeup, we'll see a reward update as well. The game moves fast, and to allow Alliance War to be one of the premier modes to get your rank up materials from, we have injected some facelifts to the reward structure to accommodate the new tiers added into both Plat and Gold. Listed by tier, here are the additions. Top 3 rewards are basically the same. Nobody cares about 6-star Nexus crystals. So, they just got extra 6-star Nexus crystal, that's it. Top 10 masters get extra 2000 Titan shards and get slightly more 7-star shards and slightly more tier 6 CC. And again, top 20 masters get again extra 2000 Titan shards, get extra 1000 7-star hero crystal shards, and double the tier 6 CC. Apologies that this slipped out. And then we have fairly significant improvements to Plat 1 as well, because you get the Titan shards there added. You get, I believe that's added, right? You get another 1000 7-star hero crystal shards, and pretty much everything else goes up as well. Now, I'm not intimately familiar with the reward structure of Plat 2, 3, and 4 and stuff like that, but you do get 7-star shards even at Plat 5, which didn't exist. And, more 7-star shards at Plat 4, and you get more tier 6 CC fragments. So ultimately, that's like a win for everybody, because not only you get better rewards for whatever tier you fall in, keep in mind that these tiers have been expanded. So if previously you were in Plat 3, then in reality, you're probably going to end up in Plat 1. So you don't necessarily even need to look at what the rewards, are for your current tier. You will more than likely, because again, these tiers are bigger. It means more of the alliances are gonna, aggregate in the higher tiers, all with better access to rewards. So this is a massive W. There is no other way to say that. This is a very, very big dub for the community at large, and virtually everybody getting better alliance war rewards. And I hope that the community sees that as well, like that. You can see Plat 6 is a new tier, Plat 5 is a new tier, and, decent rewards improvements. I would say decent. Right. Per fight and loyalty tweaks. In addition to all of this, we have taken a look at per fight and per win rewards within Alliance War, and have decided to inject 7-star hero crystal shards, increase the yield of 6-star hero crystal shards, as well as more 5-star hero crystal shards in Alliance War for winners. The yield you receive for each of these wins increase the more battlegrounds you are able to field during Alliance War. We also decided to reward players who take more fights in Alliance War than usual. For each fight the player takes and on wins, they will receive additional loyalty as the result. I love this thing, because I always felt bad for the people who, put in significantly more effort than the rest of the team and, get exactly the same rewards. This loyalty reward for taking on fights will increase the more battlegrounds battle groups are in the Alliance War. So get your groups together and take on the alliances in the high-stakes competitive Alliance War. And I'm not going to look at the individual rewards for battle group, for 2 BG wars and 3 BG wars. I will leave a link in the video description. You guys can check it out yourself. But, we're going to go with the 3 BG rewards. And now, at the very top, per war, you will be able to get 550 7-star hero crystal shards, 2,500 6-star hero crystal shards, 3,000 5-star hero crystal shards at the very top, or close to it, just below it. And, that's a nice improvement. There's nothing to be said. Like, if we have 12 wars a season, then this a season works out as additional, 6K, 6.5K 7-star shards, just for taking part in doing these wars, which, again, it might not be like this huge, massive amount in itself, but it's definitely significantly better than it was. So again, ultimately, I do think this is a dub for sure, and community should recognize it as such. And then also 3 battle group rewards per fight loyalty. So each fight at the top tier or top 2 tiers that you do take in Alliance War will give you 12 or 10k loyalty, which is awesome. I love that. That means, if an average fight number would be 5. If you take 5 fights every war, that is exactly the average amount. Because obviously every player plays 5 defenders, and there are 10 players in each, both on offense and defense. So it's ultimately down to 1 player to clear 5 fights, average. And that would work out as 50 or 60k loyalty, which is, again, significant bonus to the amount of loyalty you will be earning. And I like that. I appreciate that. This is nice. Fixing the Alliance solo event. Okay, I'm not even going to mention too much about it, Good. Shouldn't have been broken, but I'm happy that you're fixing it. Shouldn't have made a big deal of it. I'm just saying. It doesn't say well for the state of the company when a special point needs to be made, in the season announcement that you're fixing something that you broke in the previous season. It should be a given. Whatever. Defensive tactic tuning. Now that we have a large assortment of tactics under our belt, we are going back through older ones and giving them a modern facelift. Crush is the first tactic to receive this treatment, so in future seasons, expect some familiar challenges with an updated pool and a new twist. We won't be stubborn in choosing the release node of these tactics, so look forward to our bi-seasonal updates to see what's returning next. Stubborn's coming back, obviously. You don't have to be a genius. Stubborn actually, I think there were like 3 different versions of Stubborn that we went through, because initially it was insanely hard. It was like one of the nightmare tactics. Eventually, they kind of nerfed it and we got used to it and it was fine. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. New season, a new round of meta defining defensive tactics that will surely give some onus to some new real scary defenders lurking around in Battle Realm, including the venerable Onslaught, who will be a menace in the Battle Realm. Defensive tactic will focus on the mutant and science defenders in the base pool, with the list below. In the attack tactic will be focusing on tech and science. Again, they keep pushing science, man. They keep pushing science pretty much everywhere. It's like, why? It's like, science is like their favorite child, and that gets the college tuition paid off and gets all the new stuff, and then everybody else just gets leftovers. Whatever. I mean, I love science class, but here's the thing. I always loved science class. I'm starting to dislike science class because of how much Kabam's pushing science class. I don't know what that say about me psychologically. Probably some diagnosable damage, but I dislike the fact that, I like science class less now. 3 months ago, I liked science class more. That was before everybody unanimously agreed that they are the best class and the most loved by Kabam and everything. Now I'm like, man, science class is not that cool. I don't know why. Anyways, so we have updates to Crush tactic on defense. This sounds quite nasty, to be honest. While the attacker is suffering from daunted effects, the defender's special attacks, they are passively rooted. Rooted attackers cannot evade. Crush defender's special attacks have an 8% chance per daunted effect on the attacker to be passively unblockable, except against well-timed blocks. Ooh, this does sound scary. And then we have Sturdy. When Sturdy attackers intercept or hit the opponent while they're dodging back, they inflict a 30% taunt passive for 6 seconds. Pause during the opponent's special attacks. If the defender activates special attack while this taunt is active, they lose any remaining power. When Sturdy attackers reduce the defender's power to 0% while the taunt is active, they gain a steadfast passive for 10 seconds, allowing you to block those special attacks. And defensive tactic champion list includes Onslaught, Havoc, Captain Britain, Storm, Strife, Sauron, Apocalypse. That's coming soon as well. So there is a new mutant coming soon. That's kind of intriguing. What do you guys think? Who will be this new mutant that's coming soon? A good question, actually. And again, science champions, getting all the love. An attack tactic champion list. Here we go. Do we have a skill champion coming soon as well? Mutant and skill. All right. And the bans are blacklisted Silk and Void, and whitelisted will be Hulk and Titanium. Alright, so that is about it for Alliance War update. Ultimately, I think it's a good change. I don't know if they go far enough, but time will tell. And I love the fact that, so many more people will get much better rewards from Alliance War, hopefully bringing Alliance War back up to its former glory as one of the top game modes that players should be focusing on. And again, I think that the game is big enough now where you can push Alliance Wars and, make them more worthwhile, whilst not completely, disadvantaging players who don't want to play Alliance Wars, because there's plenty of other things to do in the game. So please, I understand that not everybody likes Alliance Wars. So we are here. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think about all of these changes. I think they are solid, and I will catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about